Okay, a quick little lesson on factoring trinomials. We did this a couple weeks ago, but we're going to spend some more time reviewing this. So once again, a trinomial is an algebraic expression with three terms. In this case, an n squared, you've got an n, and you've got a constant number. So what we want to know is what times what would give you this trinomial, because that's what a factor is. Like, for example, if you had 12, we know that, like, if we ask the question, what times what gives you 12, it's going to be like 4 times 3 equals 12, or 6 times 2 equals 12. So the question is, what times what gives you n squared plus 12n plus 20? So here's how I would attempt to do this problem. I would always look at the third term. In this case, it's positive 20. And I would write it off to the side. And I would ask yourself, what are the factors of positive 20? Well, we know 1 times 20 is 20, 2 times 10, and 4 times 5. Now, I also got to understand that, negative 1 times negative 20 is 20, and negative 2 times negative 10 is 20, and negative 4 times negative 5 is 20. But in this example, I also want to pay attention to what is the middle term. And the middle term is 12n. And I want to pay attention to this positive 12. As I'm finding the factors of 20, I want to know which one of these add up to the middle term. Well, 1 plus 20 is 21. That doesn't work. 2 plus 10 is 12. Bingo. That's the numeric relationship we're looking for. So, the only thing that gives you a trinomial when multiplied together are two binomials. And we know there's only one thing that'll give you n squared, and that's going to be n times n. And then since 2 plus 10 is 12 and 2 times 10 is 20, I'm going to put a plus 2 plus 10. And now we could check our answer, because n times n is n squared. 2 times n is 2n, n times 10 is 10n, and together they give you that 12n, and 2 times 10 is 20. So let's do another one here. P squared minus 3p minus 18. If I follow the same method, I want to look at my third term. And in this case, it's negative 18. And I've got to ask myself, what times what gives me negative 18? Well, there's a bunch of different options here. I got negative 1 times 18. I've got negative 18 times 1. I've got negative 2 times 9. I've got negative 9 times 2. I've got negative 3 times 6. And I've got negative 6 times 3. And just like the previous problem, I want to look at that middle term. And that middle term is minus 3. So I want to know which one of these pairs of factors, when multiplied, give you negative 18, but when add together give you negative 3. Well, as I kind of go through here, negative 1 and 18, when you add them up, that's 17. That doesn't work. Negative 18 plus 1 is negative 17. That doesn't work. Negative 2 times 9, when you add that up, you're going to get 7. That doesn't work. That's going to give you negative 7. But right here, I see that negative 6 times 3 is 18, but negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. So once again, I come up to the original problem. I say, if I multiply two things that gave you a trinomial, it would have had to been a binomial times a binomial. And there's your P and your P. And I know I got to have a plus minus, because a plus times a minus gives you a negative. And it's going to be that negative 6 plus 3. So the 6 goes there and the 3 goes there. And that's how you do it. You are done. Click.